Hello everybody, this is Yardo. If you're wondering who I am, pretty much my friend Josh and I, who's Wake 25 board, you might have remembered from literally like 10 to 15 years ago from his Minecraft videos. We're joining forces and making videos, probably going to go back to streaming again. Today, I don't know, I just wanted to make a video about something I hadn't seen anybody make a video about. It's about what the best gun in Cyberpunk is, at least in my opinion from what I've seen, and it's interesting because I haven't seen anybody mention it. So in Phantom Liberty, so you have to have Phantom Liberty for this to work. In the beginning of the quest line, you kill this big robot called a chimera. You get a chimera core, which gives you the option of making or turning it into 3 different iconic legendary mods that are the only mods in the game that you can add to a weapon and then take off. From my understanding, if I remember correctly, there's one for the blades, one for tech weapons, one for power weapons, and one for monowire. And I don't know how else to say this. Like, the tech one is by far the best mod. This is the weapon that I think is the best in the game with it. One thing that just to keep in mind is that you cannot add a mod to, at least that I know of, to any iconic weapon. So technically the best gun in the game is actually a non-iconic. So you can see here, this is what I think is the best. So this, first of all, how I got this gun. This was from a random drop, one of those like airdrops in Dogtown, and I got the scope that it comes with too, the legendary scope, which I think is part of making this the best gun in the game. This scope makes it so that it only takes half as much time to charge your gun, which is super OP. And then the wall puncher mod, which is the star of the show that really turns this into an iconic weapon. And I think it's the best perk in the game. Doubles your damage, I think that's my understanding from, allows you to charge it to 200% in the same amount of charge time as 100%. 100% armor penetration, so it's like your enemies don't even have armor, and no penalty for penetrating cover. So if you shoot through cover, literally just like it's paper thin. The cool thing about this mod is that you can unequip it and equip it to different guns. So another gun that I think I've tried out all the techs. This is this revolver is pretty good with it. I personally think the Militech Tycon is the best gun that I've tried it with besides this sniper. One thing to keep in mind is that you cannot, since this is not technically an iconic gun, you can't upgrade it. So I can't get it to tier 5 plus without finding a new gun. And it's also very rare to find one that has 2 mod slots. I don't know if it increases up to 3 mod slots. I have no idea. That would be even better. You could throw in another mod. But in my opinion, all it needs to be really, really good is these 3 mods. So again, I found this in an airdrop, came with the scope, used this from the Chimera core, and then to get the spine tickler, the easiest way to do it is to go to the weapon vendors and then buy the blue versions of it, and then you have to buy 4 of them in order to turn it into the legendary version. So pretty much to turn it to a legendary version, you would have to so for example, like this mod here, I have 2 of the blue versions, so you can turn that into an epic, and then you need 2 epics to turn into a legendary. So that's what you do. You buy 4 of them, and then you can get 1 spine tickler. You can also find the legendary spine tickler in drops. But what this does is gives it a 50% chance to cause an EMP blast when shooting an enemy with a fully charged weapon. One thing to keep in mind is that a big part of the tech tree perk is, I mean, it's pretty much the entire thing, is bolts. And bolts are technically not fully charged, but there is once you get this perk here, the 3rd level of this perk makes it so bolts are considered a fully charged shot. So you're still, when you're firing bolts, you are still going to be getting that 50% chance of having an EMP. So I think this gun is the best in the game even without the spine tickler. Another thing with a wall puncher, the best optics you're going to want to use with this to make it work perfectly are going to be, on Cyberware, These are the Kuroshi Stalker optics. They're pretty good even without upgrading them to tier 5++, but you can see 24% of your vision, so that's like from the center of the screen that you're aiming at. 24% of that center of the screen, you'll be able to see through cover for 53 meters, which is actually a pretty long amount of time. Yeah, scope makes it so it charges in half the time. You can charge this gun also from hip fire, so you don't even have to look down the sight. Generally just an extremely OP gun. So the way that I'm going to show you how OP this is, and keep in mind I am on very hard mode here, and the way I'm going to show this to you is I'm going to take like a well-known good gun. I have all the perks that make this as good as it possibly can be. So like All Reliable, a lot of people think this is the best revolver in the game right now. And I'm going to show you what it's like taking on a Cyber Psycho with this gun. And then after that, I'm going to find us a some sort of like enemy compound that has multiple enemies. So you can see that it's not just good at taking down individual high threat enemies, it's also good at taking on multiple different people. So let's start with using the revolver. I'm going to go over to this Cyber Psycho.
Where are you hiding?
This is a pretty easy fight in general. I mean, like, I'm going to be able to... So I'm doing like 1,000 per shot. So now
is this?
Gets to this part. Let's see what this guy has on. And now I guess, yeah, I can just show you this one mission because I have to start fighting a bunch of other people here as well. Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, I don't know why people say this gun is so good. It's taking a while to kill a lot of these people. Now we'll take on the Psycho. Crit chance is decent. Yeah, I mean, they get fucking one-shotted because my build is pretty, not too body dependent. Don't have a lot of armor either. But now I will show you what it's like with the best gun in the game. Besides the fact that it's not a tier 2 or a plus, tier 5 plus, it's just a plus. All right. Alright, so that part of the... Yeah, that part of the fucking is already over. You can see it does way more headshot damage. You can see I can pretty much instantaneously, it's a quarter of a second charge time. So... You can also see through fucking... See, insta-kill everybody. Very quick reload. That guy instantly dies. That guy took literally 10 shots with that fucking revolver. Now, take on this invisible piece of shit. Reload, but since I EMP'd him, we're chilling. There we go. Extremely easy. Like, this gun is by far, in my opinion, I don't know about, I mean, there's so many OP, like, melee weapons, so, like, maybe if you're, like, all kitted out in melee, there's something better, but in terms of ranged weapons, like, one, you get all the perks on the, let's see here, you get all the perks from, this super overpowered, like, pistol slash, sniper tree, which is great because like pistols are also some of the best guns in the game, so you get like all the benefits from those, and then you also get all the benefits from the tech tree. And yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm right about this being the best gun in the game. I haven't seen anybody mention it. Everybody talk, like, whenever you see rankings of like the snipers, like they always put like this one on like number 4, and then they use like some of the, I don't know, they put like some of these above it. I guess I don't have it. I don't even have the other snipers, and I put it in my car, but like some of the other iconic ones that you get from Phantom Liberty ahead of it, and it's like, I don't know, like that one sniper that you get from that one mission, like takes literally like 4 times longer to charge. And like, yeah, like the bullet splits and hits other people, but like it's way slower to reload, has way worse handling, can't be charged from hit, and like does the same amount of damage. So because it doesn't have that crazy iconic perk. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm right about this being the best gun. Let me know if you think you know of a better gun in the comments. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys. And maybe I'll make some more Cyberpunk content. We'll see.